Hi, how are you guys doing today? My name is Animuh. Welcome to Life is Strange All Wounds, bitch! I'm sure that's not how the devs would intend for me to say that, but this is a Life is Strange visual novel made by the Life is Strange All Wounds crew. We'll actually have a link to those bad boys or girls or octopi in the description. And this actually takes place after the events of the ending. So if you don't want spoilers, I don't know what you're doing here, go and play the game, or better yet, watch my Let's Play of it. Hinty McHintenstein. I'm massively gay, and when I'm not into Chasefield, I'm actually a huge Pricefield slut, so I'm excited. And this tune is really banging. It's really making me feel the teenage spirit right now, which is a bit creepy since I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm actually a very sprightly 50-year-old. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's hop right into it. I'm excited. Gonna be gay. I mean, look at this. They're obviously just super close friends with swirlies in common. Let's go. Starto. Well, look who decided to show up again. Actually, there's emphasis there, so it's look. If it isn't Maxine's conscience. Oh, bollocks, it's that one. Other Max says, back to lead our little everyday heroes astray some more, huh? Like you did any fucking good before. Oh, she's all edgy and shit. Look, she's even... That's a very mean line. She's well mad. Alright, I guess this is the Max that was in the nightmare. Like you did anyone any fucking good before. But fine, whatever. We both know I can't stop you. After all, I busted my ass off last night on that nightmare. And you still won. Oh, it's her! She's the one. So let's cut to the chase. Need me to explain what's up here? Probably should look at the tutorial. Oh, pat yourself on the fucking back, nerd. Mean. Well, great. Then get out of my face and do what you do best. Play games with people's feelings. Alright, well, fuck you too. Life is Strange, All Wounds, demo version 12/2015. It has been said time heals all wounds. I do not agree. The wounds remain. In time, the mind, protecting its sanity, covers them with scar tissue and the pain lessens. But it is never gone. Rose Kennedy. Rose Kennedy. Rose Kennedy. Chapter 1. Trail. What kind of trail? Max, you're looking a bit blurry. The warmth had passed. Things were colder that afternoon. So this is following Sacrifice the Bay ending. We are driving away. Subscribe. Shit's deep, yo. Even the rays of the midday sun seeping through the truck's window, pressing against Max's cheek. It wasn't warm enough. Chloe's coat, encasing her, didn't seem to be helping her warm up either. Fuzzy, wispy vocals from an indie band she recognized but couldn't place the name of. All it was doing was irritating her. Even Chloe's face seemed warmer than it ever had somehow, and yet Maxine couldn't bear to look at her as they cruised down the highway. Whoa! Style change. Maxine still felt cold. Ah, this is the shit that happened with the tearing up of the thing and everyone is dead. You should probably turn around and find the bodies of your dead family. She felt the stinging ice of raindrops pelting her face. Wet hair clinging to her cheeks. Damp clothes heavy on her shoulders, yet feathers compared to the real weight. The weight of gay. Shadows and light, tiptoeing around each other with caution. Voices shouting, screaming, yelling her name. Maxine felt so cold. It's freaking me out they're calling her Maxine. All I can get in my head is, it's Max, not Maxine. Not actually what she sounds like. She was having trouble remembering, in the panic of the tornado, the slamming rain, the fire sizzling through it all. Which people had she saved? Which people had she let live? And which had she let die? Which people had she saved, then unsaved? Which people had she saved, then unsaved without knowing she saved and unsaved them? Some everyday hero she turned out to be. It was all a blur now. Only a day later, not a single rewind since. It felt like an eternity given the past week. A week. Felt a hell of a lot longer than that. Max was having trouble remembering which people were still alive, and which ones were dead. Her stomach lurched at the realization. The gut punch hit right then. I'm gay. Was Kate still dead? Oh, crap! She didn't save Kate! She didn't save Kate! Jesus is watching! Oh, God. Kate, you jumped and I couldn't. Maybe I undid it, reversed it. Or did I? Did you? Max had been so fixated on saving Chloe, so muddled in time she didn't know even if Kate was still alive in this reality. She had no clue in that instant. Death had somehow lost its edge recently. That kind of happened when you could just fucking undo it, like mopping up milk with a paper towel. Which we have obviously done several times. Max has much experience making messes and mopping them. Which Max can't feel that's strange gameplay. Gameplay! Spilled your fucking life on the floor. Oh, balls. Let me just clean that up. Who's talking now? Is it the evil Max?
All better now.
No use crying over it. How do you get red font in my mind? That's even louder than caps somehow. If it was red and in caps, we'd be in trouble. Dead and back again. Dead. Back again. And again. And again. And again. Ooh, that was very fast. Oh god, no, don't show me these things. No! No, stop! How many times had Max watched Chloe die by now? A few. More than a few. Hadn't Chloe shot herself by accident one of those times? Jesus! Stupid bitch! And Max had killed Chloe herself. One of those times. Oh god. That was awful. What about Frank? How many times had she watched Chloe shoot him? Or watched Frank kill her? Bollocks. How many times had she watched Mr. Madsen get shot in that bunker? Oh, that was just atrocious. He should have been able to fight back, shouldn't he? I'm a soldier, Chloe! And yet with Kate, she only had the one memory of that. Yes, she remembered now. A memory she'd sometimes get stuck in, her brain playing the rewind game without any magic. Kate jumped off that roof, one time, and it was over. And it was over. Oh, bollocks, go backwards. Oh, jeez, it's over. That was reality then, wasn't it? Oh god, okay, one time, over. Oh god, okay, that was how reality worked. Oh, don't do that. Oh my god, it's psychomanticing me. No! So when you could mess around with all that shit, what the hell was reality anymore? Oh, spooky! Someone definitely took a biro to those eyeballs. That's very emo. That was why Max had to tear that photo. Stop using her powers. If she didn't stop, reality would cease to fucking exist, wouldn't it? Or at least, a reality where she wasn't alone. No more photos of the past to toy around with. They'd all been left behind in Arcadia Bay. And Arcadia Bay was gone. Fucking destroyed, more or less. Tearing that photograph of that butterfly, letting the tornado swallow it up, that had sealed things. No temptation to go back and try fixing shit. This was reality now! A reality where an entire town was eaten alive! Eaten alive by a stupid fucking girl messing with shit she shouldn't have been. Maxine wasn't going to play with time anymore. She decided that the moment she tore the last photograph in half, emphasis is importante. What if something happened to Chloe? Oh, stop! No! No! The end. Cover it with your hands. What if Chloe was still meant to die? She'd rewind then. Only then. Not for anything else. And doom some other fucking town through some cosmic bullshit? Wasn't one town enough? Who was she to be making decisions like that anyway? Gay Jesus. But if she didn't keep Chloe safe, then wouldn't it mean Arcadia Bay was in the rubble for nothing? Max's shoulders shuddered a bit from the chills seeping up her spine. She wormed her arms around her abdomen, nestling her head against the window of the car door. A trickle of sunlight heating the glass paled in comparison to the chill. Eyes shut! She couldn't keep her eyes open. I just said that. The voices from that horrible nightmare bubbled around in her brain. Like bubbles in a bubble bath. Sinister. Oh god, no, fuck, no, it's mean Max in the mean hoodie. The hoodie down, she's got the mean line. It's the mean line and the mean eyebrow. Wait, who was standing in front of her? Holy shit, are you serial? No, I'm not, I'm a person. I'm you, dumbass. Or I'm one of the many Maxes you've left behind. One of Max's many faces? Max's nightmare was reliving itself. Ha! Thought you'd seen the last of me, huh? It don't matter, bitch. It don't matter, girl! I'll dust my hands of you. How the hell does it not matter? You can't tell me what matters and doesn't matter. You're me, but I'm you, but you're me, and I'm you, and you're me, and my... I love her. No matter how she feels. That's how it is. That's the kind of attitude that leaves you open, vulnerable. And we both know Chloe will take advantage of that. You're just another puppet. Man, you are so stupid. Why was Max's mind replaying this nightmare? It was all fragmented. Nathan's here! Why hang out with Max, huh? Oh, it's the nightmare thing. Boredom. Plus, she's like my personal puppet. Chloe does a better job of guilt-tripping me than you do. Because you let her bully you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. But you didn't do that homework. So you'll have to learn the hard way. Like Rachel. Don't say Raza Amber's name in vain. I'm just gonna say Rachel. Raza Amber! She didn't die because of Chloe. How can you be here? Chloe didn't want anyone to die. Oh, okay. Just like how you didn't want anyone to die. You left a trail of death and suffering behind you. You fucked up space and time for your precious punk Chloe. You think she's worth all that? Yeah, sure. Of course she is. Well, selfish as fuck, but at least you're being honest with yourself. I didn't mean. Chloe is worth all of the shit you've done. She's worth it. To me, I mean. To you? So that's your justification. I can't justify it. That's not even. So you admit it. You're being selfish. Axe? Fuck. Shit. No. What? Chloe's voice was bleeding through the wed and black haze. Oomph. Max struggled to pull herself back to the present. Right? The present. On that cliff in the rain. The tornado fucking destroying that shithole town full of assholes. Well, there's lots of swearing in this one. I'm going to have to clean my mouth out after this. Fuck their selfies. Oh god, that is such a sick burn! They could die in fires, literally. She would watch with Chloe by her side. Wait. That wasn't the present. That was the past, wasn't it? Bruh. Bruh, what's going on, bruh? No. Hold up, Max hadn't wanted that shit. She'd wanted everyone to be safe. Lord have mercy. This is pretty cool. It's a cool drawing. Because you let her bully you, it's called Stockholm. Oh, this is the oh my lord. Oh god. Oh, it's very mean. Look at that. Oh gosh, very edgy. Sure you did. That's why you ran the fuck away. Real heroic. I had to save Chloe. I had to get her out of there. Because that selfish bitch was worth all of this? You chose to let it happen. You tore the photo. You burned the bridge. I had to. I couldn't let Chloe die. So you chose to let the storm pass. For her. You caused that storm. You let it happen. I didn't know. I didn't choose that. I didn't want to cause that fucking storm. You chose to run away though. Sacrificed Arcady Bay. Really fucking convenient that it wiped away everything that would have caused a problem for you. Everyone. Now you and your precious fucking punk princess can ride off into the sunset, like you always wanted. I did not want this. And you don't know everyone's dead? There are survivors. Oh, whatever. Cling to that shit. Fine, there were survivors. But there were casualties too, that you caused, that you chose to ignore. But, I mean, there's gotta be survivors, right? Ha! Oh, sure. What's the difference between half the town being dead and the whole town being dead? Oh, you still caused it. You still killed people. I didn't kill anyone. Do you need more psychology lessons from yourself? Denial's a state of grief, but you're trying to skip all the other steps, you dumb bitch. Or maybe it's because you just don't give a shit. Maybe the past week has torn me in pieces, you monster. Pot. Meat kettle. Actually, my pot. My pot. Pot. Meat fucking pot. Fucking pot is way more different than pot. You got torn into pieces? Are you fucking joking? Did you forget all that rubble you drove away through? Did you forget all that rubble you drove through on your way out? All of that power. And instead of saving Arcady Bay... Oh, Chloe, you're my best friend. It's destiny. We're destined to be together. I'll save you from everything. You're my top priority. You're all that matters to me. I mean, really? Really? Look, I didn't ask for this shit. If it's not destiny, what the fuck would you call it? I'd call it you being so fucking pathetic and so desperate for attention that you'll take it from someone who's just been using you this whole time. You two went separate ways. You to go get an education. What did she do? Obsesses over some attention whore who didn't love her back. Gee. Sound familiar? Then Rochelle goes missing and she finds out you have fucking superpowers and then suddenly you're with her time again. What do you know? Do the fucking math, Max. Chloe was after Rochelle, not you. You're just a constellation prize, eh? And you're so fucking eager to be in that second place that you let all those people die. For the selfish, bratty, childish, self-absorbed little booch. Fuck it, you two deserve each other. Deep down beneath... Oh, we got some red and blue. We got some color identification. You're both the same. Selfish kids. Oh god, they combined to make purple the most offensive and gay color. And even now, after all that, watching our Katie Bay get ripped to pieces knowing you saved her life over and over. Knowing how much she worked, sacrificed just for her fucking sake. And did she confess anything to you? Huh? Did she even kiss you like you were hoping she would? Hell no, you're so naive. And you don't even have the fucking guts to do anything yourself. You keep waiting on her to make a move. Like she will. Like she gives a rat's ass. My face hurts. We've just been through... Oh god, she interrupted me. Ah! Time! Ha! Christ. You need time, huh? That's hilarious coming from you. Time doesn't heal all wounds, Maxine. You dipshit. Where the hell do you think scars come from? Where do scars come from, indeed? And shit like what you pulled? All those dead people. That's a pretty fucking nasty scar you've got left. Oh, you've left. I'm a little blitzed from all the swearing. That's probably the last thing I'd have ever expected myself to say, but I'm a little like, please stop. I know I'm going to hell, but like, come on. You're just making it more bumpy. Was it worth being Chloe's consolation prize? Shut the fuck up! Kind of mixed both roles there. Hella powers you had. Destroyed a whole town without even trying. Poor thing. Wowzer, right? Why are you doing this? Why wouldn't you leave me alone? Be honest. You were glad to find out Rochelle was dead, weren't you? You could have Chloe all to yourself, Supermax to the rescue. Save her life a few more times, be a shoulder to cry on, touch her fanny, find out who done it, watch him get a bullet in the brain. That'd sure make Chloe happy, huh? We gon' be up Chloe's ass on this one, girl. Chloe didn't want any of this. Like hell she didn't. You had to fucking struggle to convince her not to shoot people how many times? She didn't actually want to shoot anyone. Oh, right. Which is why she kept carrying a fucking gun around all the time. Either way, she was trying to escape that shithole of a town. She's glad it's gone. Hell, Chloe used to joke about burning Arcadia Bay to the ground, and you actually managed to make that fucking happen for her! Bravo, Maxine! Shut up! That's not how it happened. Please just... What if you could have gone back to save Rochelle? Maybe you could have. You didn't even fucking try, did you? It was way more convenient to let that one stay in the past, wasn't it? Fine! It was all Max's effing fault. She was a murderer. Max didn't give a shit. She was so constipated. Max was selfish. Max abused her powers. That was in the past. It was done. And it was shitty. Max was shitty. The present. Max needed to be in the present now. Squares. The evil line is back! You think it fucking matters what point in time you're in anymore after this? Oh, Jesus. She's bitter. Clingy and bitter. What do you think happened to the Max that killed Chloe? The Maxes that watched Chloe shot... Oh, shit. Oh, God, she's going for it. Oh, God, she's... Whoa! 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 You didn't just destroy Arcadia Bay. You didn't just play with people's lives. You killed yourself. So many fucking times. I undid all of that. Did you, though? Or did you just leave it behind? That's what I figured. Fuck you! That's not how I feel. You don't know how you feel. That's the kicker, isn't it? Arg! I'm sick of this. Sorry, I didn't really get the tone right there. Ugh, I'm so sick of this. I don't have to listen to any more of this bullshit. Doi? Of course you don't. That's what's so sad. I'm you, deep shitty. You want to listen to this, or else I wouldn't be saying it, would I? How fucking sad. It's like, I'm getting all sweared out. Everything was shaking. Oh, God. Whoa, Max, put that moneymaker away. Everything was getting warmer. Finally. Oh, tits. The fuck up already. Wah. Coughing, spluttering, choking, the taste of blood in her mouth, on her lips. Shit! Another nosebleed! You've been watching too many of the animes and the mangas. Jesus, fuck, Max! Chloe's voice was desperate, sighing out relieved swears. Oh, wow. It's practically all they communicate in. Relieved swears, happy swears. Oh, thank fuck. Shit. Ugh. Max popped herself up from the warmth she'd been pressed against. She realized it had been Chloe's lap. The truck had stopped. Is that a bit of bacon? Oh, it's a feather. As Max's eyes adjusted to reality, it was reality this time, right? She noticed that Chloe had pulled them off the highway. Cars were periodically whizzing past on the left. In a daze, Max looked down at herself, realizing splotches of red were all over her clothes. Chloe, do you have a tampon? Chloe's hands were clamped against Max's shoulders. You back with me, Max? Gay! That's not... Max tried to reply, but her throat caught. She coughed some more. Ow. Ow. Damn, that hurt. Hey, hey, hey. Chloe whispered, oh, hey, 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 pounding Max's frail back a couple times, shattering her entire spine. Max's chest burned. Her head was throbbing. She turned to face Chloe, her sight still a bit fuzzy. Titty. Her eyes were bloodshot, bags hanging under them. Max figured she probably looked even worse. The past day had been... rough. Rough. You promised me you wouldn't do that shit again. What? I can't promise you that I'm not gonna have a psychotic episode. I mean, if only. Chloe sighed, her tone mixing relief with fear. Sorry. Max's voice was hoarse. She rubbed at her ribs, her lungs stinging from the coughing. What happened? You didn't fuck around with... No! Max said this firmly, shaking her head slowly, carefully. Her head felt wobbly. No, as in, no, Chloe, I did not use my rewind. I didn't. Yeah, wiener. Prove it. This bitch! If something shitty happened and you rewound and you're not telling me... Chloe! Sorry, I believe you. Thanks for the fucking trust, bae. No, it's not like that. I just... Oh, if your nosebleed shit is because of the rewind, I wouldn't lie to you, Chloe. You're right. Sorry. Hey, what the hell? Just saved you, and now you're being a real McAsshole, you know? I must sound hella paranoid, huh? No more time travel, I told you. Fucking swear. Not just a swear. Pinky swear. Oh god, help us. What the hell? It's like, sometimes it skips, if you didn't realize. Chloe's attempt at levity was met with Max whimpering as a wave of aching washed over her face, and another dribble of blood slid down her nostril. Gross! Sucking in a shaky breath through tightened jaws, Max pressed her palm into her sinuses. The pain quickly subsided, but... Chloe gasped through clenched teeth, scrounging up a stale napkin from the glove compartment before stuffing it in Max's face. Shit. I hope that's not what's on the napkin. Max's tone turned nasally from pinching a musty napkin to her nostril. How long has it been since you last rewound time? Max shrugged up the shoulder that wasn't being used to level a napkin to her nose. I don't know, a day? I guess. Back at the fucking Vortex Club party. Chloe, I'm telling you, this is the longest I've gone without using it. Since you got it. Huh? Well, cause I mean, you've lived like 18 years without... Okay, shutting up now. Chloe sniffed in a deep breath, gripping her steering wheel tightly. I believe you. The engine was still running. The hum of the truck was more like a raspy rumble. Dude, is your nose still? No. Max pulled back the red-tipped napkin from her face. She dabbed at her upper lip, confirming that it wasn't damp. She cautiously rubbed her sleeve against her nostrils. Some dried blood flaked off. It wasn't running anymore, at least. Periods have changed, man. Mm-hmm. Max hummed with a slight headshake. We gotta do this no yes game again? Nope. It's not bleeding. Alright then. Chloe drummed her fingers nervously along the steering wheel, watching a van pass by. So, you need a minute? Or... I'm fine. Let's just keep going. Right. Sure. You got drugged, kidnapped, bent space and time just to get my sorry ass out of that piece of shit town, watch that piece of shit town get torn apart, and now you're covered in your own blood. But you're fine. Okay, I'm not. Max chewed and licked dried blood off her lips warily. It's gonna turn into a Twilight fanfiction in a minute. Ho, 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 ho. Is this nosebleed shit something I should be worried about? Will you shut up? Holy hell. What do you- shut the fuck up! You're talking about my nosebleed and our whole hometown. Your mum is probably dead and you're like, but your nose. It'll go away. Didn't know my nose meant so much to you. A pulse of pain struck Max right at her sinuses. Ogh! It'll go away. Will it? How are you sure? My powers are what started it. I'm not ever using them again. So... What is there anything else I should be worried about? Why has it gone all spooky? Did Max sort of mash her head against the keyboard of her mind just to come up with this? Yeah, there we go. Max cleared her throat sheepishly. Well, don't leave me hanging here, Max. What's the deal? What's with that look on your face? Look, I don't know. I'm tired. Didn't you literally just take a nap? Yeah, and it was a shitty nap, in case you hadn't noticed. Right, yeah, sorry. My head is still fuzzy. Well, come on, Butto. I help ya unfuzz it. Chloe could be super sucky at taking a hint, but Max kind of liked that about her. Also, Butto? Max? Chloe was getting a little nervous from Max's silence. Can we try to just not worry about anything right now? When should I worry about all this? Chloe's voice had cracked slightly. She cleared her throat, tweaking the position of her rearview mirror. When your brain fucking hemorrhages, or... We've got bigger problems than fucking nosebleeds, Chloe. People are fucking dead! Damn it, Max. Chloe's totally worried about you. You don't even get to appreciate it after everything that's happened. Chloe's lips pursed fretfully. She re-gripped the steering wheel, shuffling her position in her seat. Yeah, you right, girl. A heavy pause. Did you call Joyce yet? Max was desperately wishing she could shake the bitchiness off her tone. Oh, she's like all pissed off and shit. Not yet. She called me though. Oh, cool. So that's why she's got the preoccupation with the nose now. When? When did she call you? This morning. I don't... Haven't worked up the guts to call her back. You probably should... You probably should do that, but at least we're all alive. I'm just gonna say her name... pensively. Chloe. Seriously, Max, don't do that. Alright then. Love you. That thing where you just say out my name and... Just be gay! Come on! Just be gay! Come on! Chloe caught Max's impatient glare and defensively lashed out. Oh, okay. I don't see you fucking checking in either, Max. Max seethed steam through her nose. After everything, Chloe was still being such a fucking child. Always with the redirects, always buffering shit off of her, projecting it on someone else. It was always someone else with her. At the same time, Chloe was right. Max had yet to call her folks either, or anyone really. Her phone had blown up with text and missed calls, which were all going ignored. She was afraid. Fucking terrified, lad! She didn't want to know who made it out and who didn't. She wasn't ready for that shit. Not yet. It was all her fault, after all. In a stroke of sympathy, Chloe seemed to pick up on Max's downtrodden vibes. I wonder what gave it away! Sorry. Chloe breathed out the words, shaving the edge off her tone. Chloe took in a deep breath through her nose and scratched her jaw a bit. Just having trouble wrapping my brain around the closest. I don't blame you, dude. Chloe, I don't blame you. Shit has gotten way cray-cray. I just want things to, go back to normal. They can't, but... Don't be like that, Max. Chloe sighed drearily, in a longing sort of way. Max could feel Chloe's sympathy oozing out from that sigh. It was an un-Chloe-like sigh. Yes. Or maybe more like the old Chloe. I could call them for you. Huh? Your parents. Yeah. 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 Chloe nodded to herself, her hands flicking around with an eager attempt to alleviate things. Let me call him. Give him a heads up that we're on our way. I could totally cover for you. You hit your head, or... Chloe sighed, tilting up her wrist before letting it smack back against the steering wheel. Max's bloodshot eyes were giving Chloe a disparaging look. I get it, okay? You must be hella fried right now. I know I don't really have the right to say it, but I'm hella freaking here, too. Oh god, everyone's just freaking. Jesus. Chloe's voice was shaking a little, like it did the night before, in the rain. Max's nose wrinkled, her brows curved, her eyes flicked on va-da-ba-da-ba-dee-doo. Max's cloak. What? Max. God! Max's nose wrinkled, her brows curved, her eyes flickered on the edge of tears. An entire town got destroyed because of them. They'd have to live with that, carry that. Hella fried and hella freaking probably summed it up well enough. It's over. That was the one solace she could find right then. Chloe's head twisted slightly, curiously, then she redirected her attention back on the road. Maxine continued, rubbing her fingers at her nose, dusting off the caked droplets of blood that lingered. It's all fucking over! How am I? All those people and what I could not, but what if I supposed to choose the opportunity? Max's brain was tumbling a load of dirty, filthy, self-deprecating thoughts in a wash of cleansing realization that she was selfish. All of her big talk and big thoughts of saving Arcadia Bay. Okay, Max, slow down. Max could pick up that hint of doubt in Chloe's voice. That, okay, well, I don't know how to handle it if you lose your shit because my shit's already lost right now kind of feeling. Don't overthink this. Shit happens? Shit happens? Animals don't just fucking up and die like that, Chloe. You saw the whales and the birds. I knew the tornado was coming. The whole time. I could have warned everyone. I could have stopped it from happening. But the budget cuts, Chloe! The budget cuts! Max sucked in a fierce breath, on the verge of hyperventilating as her mind ran circles around itself. Instead, you just focused on trying to impress Chloe. Shut up. Go away. Shit happens? Max's intonation grew more desperate. Rewinding time? Watching a tornado that you caused destroy all the people that... Max choked on a sob, covering her mouth as if to prevent the guilt from leaking out. Chloe bit her lip, eyes wide, fingers slowly drumming along the wheel. You didn't know how things were going to turn out. Even if that storm happened because you fucked with time. Even if! How the hell do you know you could have stopped it at all? What if? I mean, what if going back to the beginning, what if that would have still counted as, you know, screwing around with shit? What if the very first time you rewound time, to save me, I mean, what if that sealed it? What if all that shit was gonna happen either way, right? You don't know. You can't stop a fucking tornado, Max, even with your rewind. Maxine wanted to let Chloe's theory make things feel better. That's what theories are for, after all. It did not make things feel better, but okay. I couldn't stop anything with my rewind. You stopped the assholes that killed Rachel. That killed Kate. They were ruining people's lives, and you stopped them. Didn't stop them soon enough. Kinda defeats the point of time travel, doesn't it? Look, okay, but you did stop me from dying. You tried, okay? You did your best. Oh god, even after everything, okay, we're still together. Still gay. This is some fated to be shit right here. And I fucking promise you, we were always gonna be together from now on. So. She swallowed, trailing off. They were getting back on the highway. There we go. Max sighed tiredly. Her tone lacked passion, but beneath the surface she was bitterly simmering in a stew of dissatisfaction. Being with Chloe, Max had expected it to be better. Max didn't know what she'd expected, but she wanted it to be better, with less bickering. A few seconds slipped by, Chloe cleared her throat and then turned the radio on. She bitched under her breath about how her station wasn't coming in, then gave up. Chloe plugged her phone into the speakers and played a track that was familiar. This old tune they both recognized, faintly familiar, was apparently a fine alternative. Possible second place, runner-up, consolation prize, la-di-la-di-la-di-da-da-da. You hungry? Not really, not feeling nauseous. Thanks, 'cause your damn stomach is empty. Hipster something something. You need nourishment, some Tauros meat or something. Sorry. Max recollected what dumb meme Chloe was referencing. We don't kill Pokemons. We do! Shouldn't do that. Pikachu fuck you up. But real talk, Max Ketchum. You gotta eat. Don't make Mama Chloe bust out the maternal shit on your ass. Mama Chloe? I will shove a fucking airplane spoon into your goddamn face, Max Caulfield. Wowzer, strap me into a high chair, why don't you? Don't even make me. I ain't playing! Max smirked with nostalgia. Man, I forgot how bitchy you get when you're hungry. Remember it, sister. Fine, okay. We can eat. Yas. Max chuckled to herself at Chloe's weirdness. At least the girl knew how to twist Max's pessimism around. Max and Chloe both sighed in sync, pleasantly, wistfully. Then the silence settled in, the looming, pressing silence. The song Chloe had playing was suddenly aching the corners of what? It was suddenly aching the corners of Max's mind. How does that work? She needed the conversation to keep going somewhere. Anywhere. It was like the moment Chloe stopped talking, Max was alone again with herself. Am I really that bad? Fuck off! You scat! Unsure of how to keep the conversation going, Max planted her head against the window again. She sighed a cloud of deep vapor onto the glass, watching it quickly vanish. Maxine then let the calming music, now spilling from the radio, fill the pores of her brain for a minute or two as Chloe took them down a highway ramp. They stopped at a crowded red light. Max's cold fingertips were startled by a stroke of warmth. Are we gonna get some stuff? You know? Chloe had briefly squeezed her hand while waiting for the lights to change. Their hands lingered, loosely together, for a couple of seconds. Max glanced at Chloe, who was occupied with her rear view mirrors. I'm occupied with the old rear view, if you know what I'm... The delicate contact easily disconnected as Chloe took to the steering wheel again. Just be gay! That's all I need. Alright? Max scanned Chloe's profile. That's not her profile. That's the... It's the front. Chloe opened her mouth as if to speak, then didn't. This happened a second time as she made a turn. What? Swallowing saliva to wet her throat, Max watched Chloe's brows raise slightly, then furrow. Huh? Nothing? Chloe shook her head slightly, then pulled them into a parking lot. Be gay, for fuck's sake, just be gay! It was some kind of trucker diner. Max's stomach lurched, flashed to the two whales exploding, pulled apart. The people inside, all around, all hurting. Joyce had been stuck in that place all night. Frank and Warren, too. None of them deserved to sit through that. Hope you're in the mood for some greasy-ass burgers and thick-as-a-dick milkshakes. Holy guacamole. Chloe had grunted the words playfully, switching off the ignition. Max was so familiar with Chloe's voice by now that she could smell the desperation. Chloe was trying to get things back to that Max and Chloe good times vibe. Gay purple. She'd even... wait. Thick as a dick? Chloe really was just making crap up now. She was nervous, huh? Well, at least Chloe was trying. Chloe rubbed out shit. Just pressed that and just went for it. Oh dear. You earned some comfort food, am I right? Chloe popped open the driver's side door, flipping her legs out and springing upright. Max just sat where she was, staring at the diner. Oh dear. Watching it get destroyed in her mind's eye. Oh dear, this is some patizda. Hearing all those voices from petrified forms taunting her in her mind's ear. Chloe was tilting over, popping her head back into the truck. Max? Somewhere else. Chloe, can we go somewhere else? What? Why? I'm super not cool with this. Chloe's head jerked around a bit as her brows furrowed and she tried to get what was going on. Oh, okay, right. Max was shaking a little. Her fingers were clenching across themselves in her lap. Her whole body felt... Just talk to me about feeling bodies, please. Her whole body felt taut and tight. Chloe glanced over to the diner quickly, as if expecting to see something wrong or out of place, then paused, lingering in thought for a second before re-entering her car. Are you telling me Chloe doesn't have any sense that maybe, diner might not be a good idea? Is Chloe what's that? Chloe's a bit more with it than that, I think, maybe? As soon as she was back in the driver's seat, Chloe swiped up Maxine's hand again. Dude, what is wrong, Max? I know that look. It's not a good look. It's a rewind look. Will you just... Her voice got quick and quiet, excited almost, but in a serious way. What happens in there? Did you just... Oh. No. She already told Chloe she was done with rewind. Chloe didn't believe her? Let's just say... There we go. A place that's just gonna bring back... Max trailed off, her voice losing its strength as she rubbed her haggard fingers across her face. Is Chloe stupid? Max, you're not making sense. The two whales being destroyed in the storm. I was there, Chloe. I saw it explode. And I rewound, and I saved it. But then I came back for you. Well, shit. Chloe gripped Max's hand tightly. Ever since they'd held hands in the face of that storm, Chloe had rapidly adjusted to administering little gestures like this. Max wanted to appreciate that, to let that excite her, but it's reminding you of some elephants. Did Chloe get hit with a brick, like, before? Did, like, a brick from the storm happen to, you know? Because, I mean, she's a bit slow! Max nodded. Chloe nodded back with understanding, glancing out the vehicle's windows as she released Max's hand. Got it. Well, we need to get some food in us, one way or another, so where should we grab some grub, then? Chloe was scanning for any nearby options. Commandeth thine loyal servant, Master Maxine. I'm just gonna say, you're not my servant. Oh! That would have been exciting! Well, that was just a joke. Just be gay, come on, just do it! Kiss! Just kiss right now. Max had a horrible feeling in his stomach. Man, you really are out of it, huh? Max's face must have been pretty stiff and serious based on the way Chloe was glancing at her through the rear view window. Yo, Max. Maxie. Max Mill. Definitely took a break to the head at some point. It's okay. When Chloe shot her a sly little smile, Max's face contorted into a reciprocal smirk. Seeing Chloe smiling, trying, seemed to be enough to keep Max afloat, despite how heavy her heart was. Max made the decision in that instant of shared sheepish smiles. Max made the decision in that instant of shared sheepish smiles. This is a tongue twister. Max made the decision in that instant of shared sheepish smiles of sympathy. Did they realize how hard that was going to be to say? Max made the decision in that instant of shared sheepish smiles of sympathy. Oh god. If Chloe was going to keep trying, Max would keep trying too. Anything that isn't fast food around here. There's a cafe or some shit across the way. That count? Sure. Some coffee and bagels in a low-key coffee shop would probably suffice. Local cafe. The natural habitat of hipsters like us, huh? With an eager grunt, Chloe settled back in the driver's seat and twisted the ignition key. As they rolled out of the truck stop diner's parking lot, Max considered checking her phone for the first time that day. Her phone had blown up so much it was going fucking nuclear! The very idea of trying to confront the wall of text messages was daunting. Wowzer! A couple dozen texts she had yet to read. Probably 10 or 20 more she'd read would be too chicken shit to reply to. Max swallowed saliva, somehow stinging her own throat in the process. She ignored the deluge, holy hell. The fucking never-ending torrent of texts. She beelined for the send message function. Without dwelling, she just typed the message she knew she had to send. To Dad, Mom, I'm alive, I love you. Ah, there you go, it wasn't so bad, was it? Sent! That's pretty cute, the little dollar button. It's cute. A simple act exhausted Max's remaining emotional reserves. She sighed tiredly, dropping the phone back into an empty cup holder. People lighting up your phone? That shit's lit, yo! That's the first time I've ever said that. Max nodded, rubbing at her eyes. That's good. Chloe asserted some relieved but hesitant optimism. She nodded slowly, hunched over the steering wheel as she pulled them into a coffee shop lot. Right? I mean, if they're texting you, then people are around, right? Max shrugged her shoulders uncertainly, resuming her drooping pose against the truck window. She had indeed seen a couple Blackwell faces in there, but it was looking mostly like relatives. Probably had seen the news, freaked. Chloe spoke up. When you said, what, Chloe had parked them and had taken a somber tone. Max furrowed a pair of puzzled brows. I was going to say something back at the red light. Max nodded, sitting upright as she awaited Chloe's elaboration. I said nothing, cause... Chloe inhaled carefully, drumming her fingers on the steering wheel. I was gonna ask you, like, Max, hey, you okay? But just... Chloe shook her head, letting her chin sag against her chest with self-afflicted bitterness. I realized what a stupid fucking question that was. She ran her hand across her matted hair, then met Max's gaze. So I didn't say anything. Max swallowed the lump that had gathered in her throat as she absorbed Chloe's softened stare. So... yeah, let's be nice. We need some nice. Because it's very mean and not very cute at the moment. No problem, Bob. I'm gonna start saying that. That's amazing. No problem, Bob. Especially in like a really highly emotional situation. They both warily scanned each other's nervousness. What? They both warily scanned each other's nervous, tiny smiles for a moment. Seemingly thrown off by the tense silence, Chloe gave Max's shoulder a quick squeeze. Max wasn't really sure what else to say. She pushed straight hair behind her ears as the two of them glanced off to the coffee shop. Sorry, Max, I'm fucking freaking. I don't know what to, do for you right now. Chloe's voice was getting raspy and wispy, choking on her own uncertainty. God damn, that's a lot to choke on. Max's chest swelled at Chloe's earnest fretting. As if to avoid looking too pathetic, Chloe reached up and over her seat to retrieve her hat. It's okay. I don't know either. Duh! Chloe shoved her hat on her head, pushing grease-slicked bangs of blue out of her eyes. We'll figure it out. We'll, get some brunch, call our folks, and play it by ear. Just before she went to re-exit the car, she gave Max's arm a brisk rub. That's what all lesbians do, by the way. We like to give the arm a little rub. Your sidekick's got your back, Super Max. Come on. Chloe exited the truck with the same vigor she just had across the street. With that same shaky, I'm trying here, tone, Chloe proposed, we could both use some goddamn caffeine, am I right? Yeah. Max nodded, finding the strength to pull herself out as well. I could totally use a pick-me-up right about now. That's what I'm saying, girl. Max eagerly shoved the rickety truck door closed, taking in a deep breath. Max felt stunned to be standing on her own 2 feet after the day, or was it days, she'd just been through. She watched Chloe scamper around the truck, pressing her blue-haired fingers against the hood. I read that as blue-haired, and the image of frighteningly hairy fingernails is just, not good. Pressing her blue-nailed fingers against the hood, pushing herself around its corner. The sight brought some levity to her weary soul. Chloe grabbed Max's hand, tugging at her arm to snap her out of her stupor and follow along. Max nodded complacently, but let her hand slip from Chloe's grasp. Stuffing her fists into the pockets of her leather jacket she was borrowing, Maxine walked behind Chloe toward the coffee shop entrance. Max, do you really think she has feelings for us? Because you let her bully you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Now you and your precious fucking punk princess can ride off into the sunset, like you always wanted. You've left a trail of death and suffering behind you. You think she's worth all that? Yeah, well I fucking hope so! And if not, I still have to live with it. Even if she's a terrible lay, I will live with it, Max the super gay. Damned right you do. So she'd better be worth it. Scars have the strange power to remind us that our past is real. Cormac McCarthy. Chapter Uno, Finn. Well, that was an adventure. Good job, guys. Definitely much more gritty than the other one that we've played, which is Love is Strange. It's really easy to remember, but for some reason I was like, what could it be? Lemon's Strange? It's just hard for me to remember for some reason. Oh, the song is so nice. Help! Nice touch, guys. Oh, look at the gay. It's the gay. Hooray! Yeehaw! Well, folks, I thought that was pretty good. Some interesting writing decisions with the excessive swearing. It kind of lost a little bit of impact for me because they were just like, I want to fucking poo in the fucking toilet and wash my fucking hands with some fucking soap. Shit, bitch. I'd say you probably don't need to swear that much. Anyway, guys, I do hope that you've enjoyed this. If you know any other Life is Strange visual novels or games of any kind, then be sure to let me know and I will play them because I'm a thirsty little bitch. Thank you so much for your support. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends, share it with your mum. I'm sure she's into Pricefield too. Check out other stuff on my channel, subscribe if you wanna, but most importantly, take care of yourselves and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye! Enthusiastically torturing, I mean hanging out with enthusiastically. Enthusiastic hanging out with people who may or may not be strapped to this chair. Definitely their choice, definitely something you do with friends. Oh good! We've got to cross the Bridge of Death. My favorite bridge. In fact, that is the only place I ever want to go. I just think, goodness me, when I'm anywhere else I think, why can't I be at the Bridge of Death? Why can't I be crossing the Bridge of Death? Why can't my life be in peril right in this very moment? I don't know. Before I played this, I was perplexed that so many people had a gigantic boner over a skeleton in pajamas named after a shitty font.